how would you advise people to, because there's two extremes. There's either AI is a threat and it's taking away everything humane, or it's no, this is super useful, this is going to boost productivity to levels that we've never seen before. How do you sort of find that balance between not falling behind on AI, because if you do, then that's a huge problem, especially if you're starting to work in creative industries or in any job field. So how do you find the balance between not falling behind, but then also not depending on it entirely to create for you?
John and I were just actually discussing what is like the skill that humans and also especially students need to really double down on for your futures. And I would say it's not a black and white answer. Like, everything is on a spectrum, I feel. I'm not a Luddite by any means. I am not gonna like kill the machines. But you know, you can still use it, but you have to understand that as much as John wants it to be, it's not magic. There are, you know, AI is essentially a mathematical machine that does computations and predicts what the next either word is, or it's an amalgamation of all of the work that's out there, and then it just takes the median average, right? So to demystify it is to say that yes, it's a tool that we can use, but it's not going to be a replacement for our own knowledge and creativity. So John said something before, and I wanted to pick up on that, is, you know, what is the point if you just use ChatGPT and you just go in and you will accept the output for what it is, then what is the point of actually learning, right? As humans, ChatGPT can probably summarize all of your textbooks in a matter of minutes. It can give you neat notes, you know, but for you to actually learn, there has to be friction. There has to be this friction of engaging with the content and asking yourself, why can't I understand this? How does this connect to something else that I already know? And that's how you build your knowledge, and that's how you build your experience, and that's how you build your creativity, I feel. So to use it is, I would say, just understand that there are limitations, but as I was saying before, I think AI is going to be a superhuman tool for individuals that already have a great sense of judgment, critical thinking, and also, you know, innate creativity. So if you are already really good at your craft, using an AI tool will get you like amplified. But if you're just kind of mediocre and expecting it to be creative for you, I think the output is just going to be pretty mid, I would say.
Right. Well, I think we have to give credit for the people here, because these are natives, okay? Like,
Yes.
they grew up with screens. So they're just migrating to AI like they would migrate from any game, like digital game or yeah, like,
Yeah.
so I've been in workshops with people like your age, and they just immediately start to create concepts using AI, while at the same time, you know, it's obviously the human input is so important. I just think that you have to look at yourself and say, you know, am I using AI because I'm just lazy, or am I using it as a creative tool? I mean, this is something you personally have to decide. And by the way, like, I think because of the threat of AI taking jobs away from the market, unless you actually focus on that side of your brain, which to foster creativity and critical thinking, it's going to be hard to get a job. Because if you were just going to move into society doing a job that maybe a robot could do, that job's not going to be there. Like, this is a threat for any of you think that you can slide through life using AI and hide behind the curtain of, you know, technology. It's not going to exist for humans. So at the same time, I want to say in a very positive way that AI, the era of AI, is going to create even a colder world than we have today. It already is kind of cold right now. There's a lot of lack of innovation. There's only a few companies in the world that really innovate, that drive us forward, that we're really interested in, and that's why they're so huge. There's a couple innovating companies, maybe in also mobility and phones and computing, and the rest of the world is just sort of following along and duplicating it. So that is the era of AI, much colder and limited and bland and, say, lacking character. But at the same time, there will be a contrarian movement for creatives, which is why I'm so optimistic about the future for creatives like yourselves, because if you can do experiential things that are focused around human, love and community and what we touch and how we eat and how we entertain ourselves, away from the cold world of AI, which is sitting in front of a screen or ordering Uber Eats and just being isolated in your room, that's a horrible future, okay? Or video games. Like, human contact, human engagement is something we're going to crave. So if you can provide, the design of that to experiential design, the arts, going to concerts and experiencing things live instead of like streaming, okay? Streaming is never going to go away, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. But so the opportunity for us as creatives is like, wow, people are going to want to have human contact again. So that's the opportunity I see.